cannot speak about animation that way. That is unacceptable.
What is this? An Inception or something? I put too much intensity here. Let's begin the story. I have many dramas in my life. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? Don't be so dramatic. I mean, it's great making your life so interesting, right? I could definitely make 5 or 6 seasons of kimchi and tuna from this stuff. And this story I'm telling you now is the juicy one. Now, I haven't really gone into detail about this, but I work in the animation industry. Probably the first thing you would think is, wow, you work in an animation studio, holy shit. But let me tell you this, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Before I begin this story, I'd like to introduce my new side characters, Shortcake and Serena! Like, oh my god, aren't they adorable? Like, I'm so happy! For those of you following my Twitter or Instagram would know, I have been posting constantly about them and how much I was excited to post them for my new video. Which is why I also invited a few amazing people to voice act my characters. So let me introduce you, Honobread as Serena, PeachGwisin as Shortcake. Like, I'm just so happy they're helping me, you know? So please, go check out Hono and Peach because they're absolutely amazing. Now we know our actors, let's begin the story. So when I first got my animation job, I was really pumped and excited that this opportunity came up to me. I couldn't get a job quickly as my other colleagues, and this one colleague recommended me and helped me to get the job. So yeah, I thought this was gonna be great. Ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha. I stepped into the studio and it was a pretty big building. All the media and animation production they have worked on were playing non-stop on the big screen, and I was really excited but also really nervous. Because let me be honest, I'm not really a strong animator. I still think I'm not. My dream was actually becoming character designer or prop designer. But right now, I need to build a career and hopefully one day I get my dream job later. And besides, how bad is it gonna be, right? Then I met my team in this meeting room. Everyone looked pretty nervous, and there I saw my lead animator, who looked pretty intimidating. She just had this angry face, and I know you shouldn't judge people by their looks, so I'm sorry, but that was my first job and I am nervous like a little rabbit. Everything was scary shit to me. So after an intimidating session, they show us our desk and it was really cool that my name was on one. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so cool! That was definitely sugoi moment for me. At first, I definitely struggled for a while. Luckily, I made some friends who are a lot more experienced than me and really helped me learn how to animate, and it started to work pretty well. But then I started having conflict with my lead.
Hey, Michi.
Oh hey Serena, how's it going?
You're watching stuff while you're working.
Oh, I watched this before and I'm just listening again.
Yeah, well, I think your weak animation skill is affected by watching those videos, so how about close those videos and just do your work?
Okay, look, this looks bad on me. I do watch some videos sometime, but this wasn't getting on my way a lot. We all have something playing while we're working, like podcasts, gameplay, Twitch stream, whatever your heart feels. Plus, I finish my work on time, and I do talk to other teams about scenes that I work on. I don't procrastinate myself that far and stay late at studio till 8 or 10 p.m. I did that only twice in the studio, when they're asking for an intense action scene to be finished, you know? Plus, there are other animators working beside me and literally watching gameplay videos, and they don't get called out. Also, I even went to my lead's table one time to ask some questions, and what did I see her doing? Watching videos. So what the hell, man? And this was the tip of the iceberg. The storm was coming for me. When I animate something, I get revision notes from my lead before I finishing so I can fix mistakes But with this lady, whenever I read her notes, there are always a few passive-aggressive quotes like, "How can you not see this? This is very lazy work." Like, oh, oof. And not helpful at all. That just really hurts my feeling. Michi, I think you're purposely making Lee look bad. Yeah, she probably has a lot of responsibility on her plate. Alright, little ones, let me explain. She obviously has more responsibility than me. Like, I could never fill her shoes. Literally, I'm a sock level responsibilities, you know? The problem here isn't the work, or getting a lot of advice and revision notes. The problem is, she makes it personal and call it tough love when it's really, really insulting. Like, really? Is this really necessary? You're pretty much calling me stupid. All you have to say is what to fix, and if I make consistent mistakes, then we can still solve that without making me feel like an idiot. Cause I already think I'm stupid, okay? After reading the notes, she approached me and told me to come over to her table so we could look through it together. In my brain, I was like,
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
and oh no, it is. And she does this session all the time, every single day.
You know, maybe if your animation was good, we wouldn't go through this session together.
Like, I'm just sitting there, just feeling bad all day. Working beside of Serena just feel like it runs by fear. And I just feel like I'm getting bullied personally. Every time I get to the session, she always comes up with a passive-aggressive quote of how much waste of time, how much of the lazy animator I am. And this, it gets interesting, but first, there's some side story I want to tell you here. At this time, I had a coworker beside me that had same supervisor as me. And that means she was going through same problem with this lead. Hahaha, at least I'm not the only one. One of us. Shortcake was actually getting treated worse than me, and she was going through a lot of stress. She lives far away from the studio, so she has a long train to catch after work. Sometimes she wasn't able to finish her work in the studio, so she took her work from home so she can work at home and ready for the next day. And the supervisor doesn't like that behavior and thought this also made her a lazy person. Like, I don't understand. This girl is just going home and will be working on her stuff, but because she's not on the site, it makes her a lazy person? Do you have any idea how painful it is to get into the train? Especially in winter? The Canadian winter? So overall, we are both stressed out from work. Stress buddies, but she was especially more overwhelmed from her workload and did not enjoy working on this animation project. Hey, Shortcake, how are you doing?
I'm feeling a bit stressed because, she's been giving me so many notes and there's a deadline to hit. So I'm a bit behind right now.
Yikes. Maybe you can ask her to give you some more time?
I doubt she cares about us other than calling us lame.
Shortcake, can we talk for a second?
I was very worried for her, but try not to overthink too much and continue working on animation. Then a few hours later, she came back. Hey, everything's okay? And she lifted up her gloomy face and we talked about it. So Shortcake was in this small room talking with the supervisor, and she was speaking to Shortcake very negatively about how Shortcake goes home early when work is not finished and animation is not strong enough for production. And Serena, my lead, says,
Like, do you even want to be an animator?
Shortcake didn't like being spoken to like this, and she shared her honest feeling.
Well, truth be told, I have a hard time working as an animator. No offense, but I want to work as a designer.
Side note, it's actually quite common when animator wants to change it to other position because it's one of the hardest part of the production and company usually do help them. And our supervisor was furious.
Do not speak about animation that way. That is unacceptable.
And Shortcake didn't get fired, but after that conversation, she got bad vibe from other people at works. Turns out, our supervisor, Serena, my lead, was talking bad about Shortcake to other superiors. We all gossip, we sometimes complain about other people, but the superior? Like, my lead? After this happened, Shortcake couldn't take it and she decided to move to another company. I don't blame her. I wasn't super close with Shortcake, but we both understand each other's struggle and sometimes sending each other cheer up messages. Which is why I really hoped her to stay and complete this production. But now, I work alone at the table and feel more nervous than ever. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It was a pretty big story to create, and it's great when talented friend pulls off my character better than me. And they really knocked these one out. I think everyone has one of those bad, horrible boss that gives you nothing but pain. So stay tuned because my nightmare story will continue to part 2. Other than that, let me ask you guys, what kind of bosses have you guys had? Were they great or bad? Or did any of them give you guys next level of hell? Leave it in comment because I love to hear your side of the story as well. Until then, please subscribe to this channel and see you on the next episode. Bye bye!